players are like, yo, you didn't pick me, you didn't see my worth. I've gone for 10 CR to these guys at that age and you didn't retain me.
Momentum is a thing really difficult to achieve and really easy to lose. So do not let foot off the gas. Like, I know it doesn't matter on our points table, but this matters a lot.
Few overs from him because I think they are so top heavy and they're such crazy players that if Bhuvi gets a few wickets there, man,
Yeah.
Bethel doesn't play, if Venkatesh plays, then yeah, why not? Right? Give him a try.
Last game of the season, at least in the league stage. Southern Derby, Friday night, under the lights, Rajiv Gandhi Stadium. Red hot RCB take on fire Orange Army. Two of the most power-packed batting sides in this tournament. And it's going to be a flat deck. Big ground, but it plays smaller than it looks, especially at night. It's going to be just like the pitch, guys. An absolute belter of a game. And here's my honest confession. I genuinely can't decide if this game matters at all or not. Rai, yesterday we put up this video about GT or SRH. Who do we want to play? And I think that's why this game matters. So tell me why this game matters.
I think just for like one simple fact, we need to make sure that we show our dominance going into the playoffs, and we're going to play SRH. Maybe, right? You never know how the playoffs pan. But if you're not playing them again, then we should start the tournament and end the tournament by beating them, right? It is a
Yep.
Southern Derby, and we want to play GT in the playoffs, for which we have to win. So there's incentive to win, and you need momentum going into the playoffs. So it is definitely important for sure.
Yeah, dude. And things are so different from, you mentioned the last time we played them, which was game number 1 of the IPL opening ceremony. It just happened. Actually, there wasn't an opening ceremony. But you know what, Rai? It was March 28th, your birthday. Editor, remind us of that great day, man. What a great win. What a great day. But dude, so much has changed, especially on their team. And we're going to talk about their lineups and stuff. But lots to discuss. And we have to do it fast. We've been trying for 15-minute videos. So let's get right into it. We won the last game on your birthday. Things were so different. The hype. We just started this YouTube channel, RCB defending champions back in their home again. What is the narrative now around this game?
I think when it started off, even the season, if you go back to our first video of predicting who's going to be in the top 4, I didn't have SRH in my top 4, right? They were the team I did not. And the reason for that was their bowling, right? I just wasn't convinced of their bowling. And when I went for the game that day, I was like, there's no way this team is going to qualify this year because the bowling is so weak, right? And credit due, or where's due, has to be Varun Aaron and Daniel Vittori. Like our management, I think they are a pretty sharp management team. To make those changes, it's not easy going for domestic players rather than players that have done well in the IPL, right? So Harshal Patel, Unat Khat were the players that played that day. They're not to be seen anywhere near their squad, right? We have
Yep.
new players. Obviously, Hinge, your favorite, has to be mentioned as well. But on a very serious note, that bowling lineup versus now and the bowling lineup, huge difference. But let's not forget that was the first game of the IPL. We knew that the way the World Cup had gone, Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma were not coming into it with form or runs. And unfortunately for everyone in the IPL, they're doing well, which is great entertainment value, but they're a very, very dangerous side when it comes to batting. I would say if any team matches our batting lineup in terms of power, strength, balance, I think it's the Sunrisers, right? So it's going to be one heck of a face-off. Yeah.
And depth, man, and depth. But dude, yeah, you're so right. In fact, let me ask you this. Do you think, again, I know it matters a lot to you who we play and to us, we made a YouTube video about it just because it matters. But do you think RCB management cares who they play? Or do you think they're going to use this opportunity to kind of like try out bench players, wholesale changes? You're already nodding. So tell me why they're not going to do that.
That's because I know it sounds crazy, and the net run rate is so good that the chances of us qualifying or like moving to the third spot, if say GT were to win and for SRH to beat us, is like literally 1 or
It's
0,
like
right?
0.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's a mental thing, right? You're going to play them in the playoffs. You want your core team. And let's not be mistaken here. It's not like we don't have issues. I think some of our players, even in the playing 11, need to perform like someone like a Jitesh, right? No, so this is a game where you probably move him up the order, right?
Yep.
Because you can and not worry about the result or whatever. And those guys like Romario and Jitesh who need play like game time, I think they will be up for it. I think the management is going to move them on top, is what I feel. Same with Venki form, you needed to continue, right? You don't want to go hot and cold into the playoffs. So I think they want to make sure Venki plays this game as well, is what I feel, right? And then we'll discuss it further when we discuss the playing 11 now.
Dude, yeah. I mean, why tease it anymore? Let's go playing 11, man. Editor RCB is on screen. So Bethel Virat opening, probably another last game without Salt. Let's just assume that's true. If Salt comes back, obviously he's back.
I actually had a question for you here, man, which is that Salt hasn't played X amount of games. This is the only game, like you said, where you can test, right, in terms of getting back into it. I would play Salt if he's playing or fit enough, only because I don't want him to go after a break as his first game to be a qualifier, right?
Yeah.
I'm totally against that, honestly. You never know how the management plays. But last year, people keep comparing last year to this year. There's a huge difference, guys. Last year, he had gone for a personal reason. His body, or it was an injury, right? He had gone back for, I think, the birth of his child. So that
Yep.
is very different from a player coming back from injury, right? Like if it's a finger injury, how he grips the bat, how he's able to play. So keeping those two things in mind, I think we need to play him this game, and he will, knowing the management, if he's fit.
Yeah, no, dude, I fully agree with you. I just have two things to say. One is, I agree that last year versus this year, we can't draw the Salt parallel. But what parallel you can draw is last year Hazelwood and Salt this year. And I'll tell you what happened. So, yeah, it was a pretty similar situation. Hazelwood was injured for a while, mid tournament, went away. We were always like, is he going to come back? Is he going to come back? He ended up coming back before the LSG game, which was our last league game. He was with the team. He practiced in the Ekana, but he didn't end up playing that game. So I'm kind of seeing, deja vu vibes in terms of that. I think Salt will arrive like just before the game, or maybe he'll make the last practice. And in that sense, dude, I get the feeling they won't play Salt just because they don't want to strain his finger, or like, I get you, you're trying to trade off like getting him back to form or like not pushing his injury too hard. And I just feel like RCB will play it safe. But that's just my take, man.
But yeah, ask the people in the comment section, right? Would you play Salt rather, right, in this game or not?
Yeah, everyone will play Salt, but guys, like, actually, I only recently, once we started this channel, discovered that RCB actually has not open, but sort of semi-open to public practices. So we do get news of who practiced. In fact, guys, Richard Gleeson practiced in Hyderabad ahead of the game, right? So some people are asking questions. Oh, is it like, in fact, right, here's the question. Is this like, are we already going to start him in this game because we are preparing for Duffy to go to New Zealand?
Yeah, as a backup, but I don't know. Like if
Yeah.
Bethel doesn't play, if Venkatesh plays, then yeah, why not? Right, give him a try. But again, I don't really see him featuring in this season going into the playoffs, because it's a whole balance thing, but also like how the players are feeling, right? Like he's a new player, has not even played once. It's going to be tough, dude. The IPL is no joke. That's all I'm going to say.
Dude, yeah. The only 37, 38-year-old I want to see playing is that guy. Wait, that guy. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, cool, guys. So, we talked playing 11s, man. I think RCB's is pretty settled. Let's talk Sunrisers, man. Lots has changed with them. So editor, put it on screen. Let me read it out for them. Obviously Travis Shake opening, captain. Oh, not captain anymore. Ishan Kishan at 3, Heinrich Klaasen, Nitish Kumar Reddy. Salih Arora has been a good finisher for them. Smaran Ravichandran. Not quite sure what to say. And then Captain Cummins, Shivang, Ishan Malinga, Praful Hinge. Not Hinge, Hinge, and Saqib Hussain. Dude, their lineup has changed a lot, as we mentioned, but like for the better, right? Right? Like a quick word on these kind of no-name people that have showed up this year.
Yeah, I think I was mentioning to you, I don't know, somebody else as well, how the management has put their money on the local talent, right, to come and fill the gaps. with also Cummins coming back, which is a huge plus for them. Like SRH without Cummins is they lack balance, right? And with Nitish Kumar Reddy having an amazing season, which he is having in terms of impact as an all rounder, and Cummins in that slot, they are well balanced, dude. Like batting looks top heavy, in terms of the 1, 2, 3, 4. And what are the odds of two of them not playing well out of four, right? Like rarely do you see that. Then you have their bowling that has been fixed. The Harshal Patels, the Unadkats, all of them have been replaced by Sakith. We have Inge, we have uh, Cummins, we have Malinga, who's basically the biggest reason for them to do well in terms of the bowling lineup, right? I saw him live on the first game, and I thought he was shit. Okay, if I'm being very honest. And then obviously he's gone on to play so well for them. The slower cutter, he's going to be a challenge, right? So it's going to be fun, man. It's a good bouncy wicket. It'll be fun to see how we play against them. And I think the way the game is going to go is going to have a mental play on if they believe that they have a chance of beating us and winning the title. Because one thing is for sure, every pundit, everyone is just saying one thing, which is which team can beat RCB to win the title. Like that's the narrative. So we are
Yep.
favorites, right? And I don't know how I feel about that, but everyone is just eyeing to beat us. So they have a lot to play for in this game. So they're going to play the best 11, which is going to give us a great opportunity to see how we fare and how they have improved from the last time we played them.
Yeah, dude, 100%. And, I just wanted to say that get used to it, man. Like, looking at the way our team is going about, this whole mega auction 3-year cycle, I don't think we were going for one title. And I think we are going for 3 finals. I don't want to say, hopefully, 3 titles, but I think we're going to play in all 3 finals. That is what we are setting up this team for. So, yeah, please get used to this narrative of like, oh, who's stopping RCB this year? Anyway, dude, here's another thought, man, is we always do key matchups, right, with bowler v batsman, and there's always a lot of stats. But honestly, if you look at a lot of their bowling and a decent chunk of our batting and their batting as well, there's no matchups, man. Like I can't pull out like 60 balls or records for you. So let's do key matchups differently today, man. Let's do this, okay? Something you are positively excited about, like you think we will dominate this matchup, and something you are just like, bro, I don't want to see that matchup. You're kind of scared. Okay, so I'll start with one. The one I'm scared about. And this one is Travis Head against Hazelwood. And my only reason is this, like, there's no data to suggest that Head always gets the better of Hazelwood. But the data that tells me this is, dude, when Hazelwood plays against like an Australian mainstay, like someone he plays a lot with, I feel like they know what he's gonna do. They know his thing, and they just put him off his length and destroy him, just like Mitch Marsh did. So yeah, that's a matchup I'm not looking forward to, dude.
I think I'm looking at for the other one, man. I'm like excited about Bhuvi back in Hyderabad as the purple cap holder.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
helped them win in 2016. He's back in our colors. It's going to be one heck of a opening few overs from him because I think they're so top heavy and they're such crazy players that if Bhuvi gets a few wickets there, man, it'll be a huge thing because it's like a management thing, right? Where like players are like, yo, you didn't pick me, you didn't see my worth. I've gone for 10 CR to these guys at that age and you didn't retain me. Haha. Like
Bro,
that's the energy.
that's why everyone's saying, man, 2016 is the next 2020. I'm sorry, 2026 is the next 2016, man. With Virat with the orange cap, Bhuvi with the purple. This would be great, dude. Actually, I'm sad that you stole Bhuvi versus SRH because that's what I was gonna go with. I thought of a new segment, man, just for this. It's a fresh day. Message to management. Okay, 10 seconds. We're gonna record this and send it to Mo and Andy. 10 seconds, no more. Okay, what's your quick message to management?
Play Venki this game up top, right? Because I think he's got runs for us, and that will also like be perfect for the balance of the team with our foreigners that we can play in this game.
Nice. I love it. I was gonna say, momentum is a thing really difficult to achieve and really easy to lose. So do not let foot off the gas. Like I know it doesn't matter on our points table, but this matters a lot, guys. All right, guys, this is good, bad, and bold, except without the good and bad. This is just the bold, right? Bold predictions. You know what to do.
Last game of the league stage. Jitesh, please give me 150 before you go. Right? He did it last year in the last game against LSG. I really want us, man. I really want him to do well. So my prediction is Jitesh 50. Fingers crossed.
Dude, that would be incredible, man. That would be incredible. I'm gonna go Venky back-to-back 50s, dude. I'm feeling a Venky kind of day.
Safe,
What?
safe.
Okay, fine. You know, this happens too often, man. I never call out your because you go for Jitesh, so that's fair. I understand. That's a true bold prediction. Okay, how about this? RCB, no loss at the end of the power play. So Jacob Bethel actually survives the power play. How about that, dude?
Cool. That's a bold prediction. No wickets in the power
Let's
play.
go,
That's
boys.
bold.
JB, star boy, no getting out, okay? At least not to Nitish Kumar, please.
If he plays. Anyway, yeah.
If you play. Yeah, dude, for sure, guys. And you know what? Leave us yours in the comments as well. Editor, put the rest of our panel on screen. Guys, we promise you a quick video. So this is a quick video. Hopefully we get a quick win Friday night. And yeah, can't wait to build up to Dharamshala on Tuesday. This is going to be insane, guys. This is business end of the tournament. And this is where things get interesting. And this is where champions are made. Play bold. See you guys soon.